Hello, hello. I want to talk today about a topic that I get asked about from coaching clients quite often, but most recently I was asked this last week, and I thought, you know what? I just have not talked about this on the podcast at all yet. So here we go. How do you market yourself if you don't have big results yet? That is what we're going to talk about today. So, if you don't know me or this is the first time you've ever listened to the podcast, welcome. I am Soraya Goddard. I basically am here to share with you my journey and the journey of my customers and clients in marketing on our social media, how to monetize our social media. I left a 23-year Army career and now I work on social media full time, which is so much fun. I am in network marketing and I do quite a bit of affiliate marketing and coaching as well. So have lots of experience with making money many different ways on social media. Ultimately, though, I show up and I talk about personal branding a lot. And what personal branding is, if you don't know, is taking everything that is you and putting it online, not everything, right? But taking what is you and your personality and putting it online and earning money from it. You don't have to be some influencer. You don't have to be some social media guru. Normal people like you and I, whether you have experience in social media or not, can win big and are winning big on social media. And so that ties in really to today's topic. What happens if you want to market yourself, but you don't have big results yet? So I think let's just jump right into it. The first mistake that most people make is thinking that results are just monetary gains. So if you're in network marketing or affiliate marketing, or hell, if you're just a consumer of things on the internet these days, you will be overwhelmed by kind of clickbaity titles, which are not necessarily bad, but a lot of those titles have to do with money. Earn six figures, seven-figure earner, earn $1,000 a day, sell your course for $3,000, blah, 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 blah. Money is at the heart of a lot of people's claims and marketing these days. There's pros and cons to that. I'm not going to tell you that marketing with monetary results is always bad, because it isn't always bad. But I am going to tell you that the downside of marketing with those claims and those kind of quote unquote results is that if you are specifically in affiliate and or network marketing, a lot of people don't believe that they can get those results, right? You'll get people in who have kind of googly eyes about like, wow, how did that person do it? But a lot of times they don't believe that they can actually do it. And so particularly if you're in network marketing and it's your job to teach someone else how to achieve what you've already achieved, telling someone, hey, I can teach you how to make $1,000 a month, that seems fairly realistic for most people. Telling you that I can help you earn $1 million a month, nobody's going to believe that you can do that, even if it's absolutely true that you can. There are downsides. Most people, I should say, some people do. Most people don't believe that they can earn lots of money because they are used to coming from a kind of a corporate job or an hourly wage or something like that. They are used to a set ceiling on what you can earn. And so marketing in a way that, although it may be 100% accurate and true, marketing with big money doesn't seem real for a lot of people. Okay, so that's kind of the first thing that I want to talk about. However, even if you did have, even if you are a 6 or 7 figure earner, right? Even if you have cracked the code, even if you have massive lifestyle results to share, you don't necessarily have to rely on that for your marketing. And a benefit of not having to rely on that is that it's duplicatable. So I'll walk you through a couple ideas of how to market yourself without big results, making big claims. But before we get there, I want to talk about a couple other things that I am very passionate about. If you are in network marketing or any kind of social media marketing at all, direct sales, affiliate sales, anything like that, I truly believe that we need more integrity and more honesty in our industries. Definitely in network marketing, right? The myth of the overnight success. There are some exceptions. There are some people who do have seemingly overnight success, but usually even the people that have that quote unquote overnight success have put in a lot of work behind the scenes. And so if we use big money claims or, larger than life lifestyle type marketing, I guess I'll say, we just have to be very careful not to make our profession unprofessional. And the way that we do that is, or the way that we keep it professional, I'll say it that way, is by making sure that number one, our claims are realistic, that they are true, and that we are very transparent about the work that it takes. So let me give you an example that I see all the time. Oh, I just joined this company and within 30 days I hit the top of the comp plan. Okay, most of the people that can claim that have been in the industry for a long time. They have deep Rolodexes. They have lots of trust with a big audience, and they are able to leverage that so that, yes, their current success is quick, but they may have spent 10 years building that trust, that Rolodex, like not a literal Rolodex. Hello, I'm dating myself, Gen X, right? But they are skipping the part where it took them perhaps a decade, perhaps maybe just years to build that kind of depth so that when they reach out to people join them immediately, right? Those are the things that when we don't talk about that, we do our customers a disservice, we do our team members a disservice, we do our industry a disservice. It takes momentum. It takes consistent effort. It takes most often content creation if you're using social media, and it takes doing it over and over and over and over. And quite frankly, having it get kind of boring sometimes to see success. Not everyone, but for the most part, for most people. I know that's certainly been the case for me. I am the last thing from an overnight success in any stretch of the imagination. Anything I do takes consistency and perseverance and hard work. And so patience and persistence and perseverance are the things that we want to talk about. Even if you are a 7-figure earner, a 6-figure earner, even if you have completely radically changed your lifestyle, it will help you in your marketing to talk about the idea that you had to have patience and persistence and work at things, because that is going to be just part of your personal brand, bringing credibility to yourself and to the industry that you're in. Okay. Now, let's talk about how we can redefine results. I want to talk about both non-monetary results and monetary results. I don't care how much you're making in network marketing, or quite frankly, if you've never made a single dime, you can still market on results. What? Yes, I promise. Even if you don't have a single customer, you can still market your results. And I'm going to show you exactly how. Here's what you need to understand. The traditional view has been money. And I said this before. The overlooked side, the thing that people don't typically talk about, is the things that are really important in people's lives. The emotional growth, relationship growth, personal growth, social media growth. There are all kinds of results that you can have that aren't necessarily sales. Okay. Both of these matter in social media marketing and content creation, both the traditional kind of, sales commission, bonuses, etc., and emotional, relational, and personal growth results. So we're going to talk about both of them. So let's talk about monetary results first. How can you share without bragging, even if you do have results? Okay. So the number one thing that I would recommend is to showcase your results in a way that's inspiring and not boastful. Now, if you're inspired by, Lamborghinis and flashy designer stuff and whatnot, like, this is probably not the podcast for you anyway. But maybe you're here. Maybe there are some of you that are super inspired by that. For me, I can afford designer stuff, but I would much rather be in sweats in my house with my baby. That is just me. I'm not saying it has to be you. I'm not disparaging designer stuff. I have a beautiful, expensive purses in my closet. They just don't get carried anywhere. Like, because I'm not going to carry them to the library with my son, who is now 6 months old. But anyways, my point is that any way you show your income, totally fine if you want to attract people that are into designer labels and fast cars. But I promise you, especially if you are a woman that is anywhere around my age, the thing that people want is to be able to choose their own lifestyle. Whether that's wearing designer stuff or not doesn't matter. People want to be able to have more time freedom and to be able to do things like grocery shop without worries, right? And we'll get to the non-monetary things in a second. But if you market your inspirational lifestyle, right, in a way that's not boastful, you will get tons more traction and people will genuinely be inspired by you. Go figure. Money is a part of your larger journey. So for example, the example that I just said, the idea that going into a grocery store and not worrying about what you're spending, do you know how many people right now would kill for that? You don't have to mention anything, but the idea that you can still go to Trader Joe's and get your big old snack hauls and that hasn't been shopped from your budget is a huge monetary win for a lot of people. People would kill for that. The idea that you can go to maybe a water park with your kid this summer and spend however much, on tickets, right? We know that those are not cheap. The idea that you could go take a complete day off and go to the library, like I did yesterday, basically with my baby. Like, these are the things that money buys you. So you don't have to talk about the money at all. You can share that money has allowed you to do other things. Now, it's just a disclaimer. If you are in network marketing and or affiliate marketing, you will likely have to put some sort of income disclaimer on your marketing. It depends on who you are an affiliate for, who you are in business with. Check your policies and procedures all the time. There's usually some sort of social media, like 1 or 2 word line that you need to put if you're talking about money or anything like that. Also, the Federal Trade Commission is extremely specific about types of income claims that you can and can't make. I would stay away from talking about any kind of specific money numbers. Okay, so if I could sum this up, the way to talk about monetary results in a good way is to talk about how your income has allowed you to change your lifestyle, right? It's allowed me to work from home and spend time with my son and my dogs and my husband. It has allowed me to go to a museum in the middle of the day. It has allowed me to XYZ, whatever that is for you. Now, some of you are like, but it doesn't allow me to do that. Okay, cool. Guess what? I bet it does. I bet it allows you, if you've made 2 sales, let's say, I bet you that allowed you to fill up your gas tank. I bet that allowed you to take your best friend out to lunch. I bet that paid for your coffee, at least, right? The next time you're out at Target trying to browse Target for some mental health, right? As we all do. Those are the things that you can talk about. A $7 latte. Do you know how many people would kill to be able to go weekly and get a $7 latte or a $35 tank of gas or whatever it is? That's probably way too cheap. I don't drive many places, so I don't really keep track of gas prices. That is a flex right there. I didn't mean to actually do that on this podcast, but seriously, I don't drive a lot of places. I don't even know what gas prices are. I feel so freaking fortunate to be in that situation because there was time where I was commuting 35 minutes each way and in my car in rush hour traffic. That is the way to talk about how money has changed your life. And that's real for me. Like, that's a big deal, right? So if it paid for gas, it paid for coffee, it paid for an extra dinner, it paid for registration for your kids' soccer this summer, it paid for a pair of football cleats for your kids. I don't care what it paid for. Talk about those things. I always talk about my friend Karen, who joined network marketing to pay for diapers and then kind of accidentally grew a massive 6-figure business. She in her marketing for years kept going back to the point like, look, I just joined this to pay for diapers and look what it's turned into. Because she understood the nuance that most people will go, oh, well, you're a top earner in your company and I can't do that. No. She just wanted to pay for diapers. She just wanted to pay for diapers. Similarly, I started in social media marketing and network marketing because I wanted to be in a position where after I left the Army, I didn't have to go get another job. That was huge for me. Like, I knew I was going to have a little bit of a retirement. I was going to have some sort of a pension, but it wasn't going to pay for the life that I needed to live. And so I needed to be able to bridge that gap so I didn't have to go get another job. And that's what network marketing has been able to do for me. That has led to so much more, but that's what I started out doing. That was my initial goal. So whatever your initial goal was, talk about it. The other thing is you can talk about things that you haven't achieved yet. You can talk about your goals. Look, I'm not making a whole lot of money now, but my goal is to XYZ. My goal is to pay for gas. My goal is to cover my kids' private school tuition. My goal is to put an extra $1,000 a month into their college savings plan. My goal is to pay off my house 10 years early. My goal is to pay my car payment. You don't even have to have achieved that. You can just tell people that you joined because, or you started your business, whatever your business is, because that's your goal. So that's a great way to talk about money and the impact of money without even being there yet. And the bonus of that is that people get to watch you along the journey, which is really, really cool. Okay. A couple other ways to talk about non-monetary results, the emotional results. How do you feel now that you've started your business? Do you feel purpose that you didn't have before? Do you feel connection? Do you have friends that you didn't have before? Do you have a supportive community? Like, I'm about to get on a plane in 2-3 weeks and go see people that I am desperate to go see because they are some of my closest friends in the whole entire world. Do you know how many people are longing for friends? Like, longing for friends. We have such a connected world right now digitally, but people are feeling so isolated regardless of those connections. People want in-person connections. They want friends to hang out with. So you can market that. I'm about to get on a plane in 3 weeks and go spend 4 days with the most amazing, driven, smart, helpful, supportive friends I could ever think of. You are crazy if you don't think that people are going to be jealous of that. They're going to want that too. So that is kind of like the emotional results, the social results, creating a sense of belonging, all that kind of stuff. Now let's talk about personal growth results. Are you more confident in your life? Have you learned new skills in your life? Have you overcame some sort of a fear of showing up online? Like, people are terrified to show up online. And maybe that's still you. Maybe you're overcoming that right now. Maybe that's a work in progress. But those are also great results that you can talk about. I hope you're writing these down. They're also in the show notes, by the way. And I'm also going to make this into a blog post. So you can go back and reference all this. Let's also talk about smaller wins that aren't necessarily money-based, and they're not necessarily social results or personal growth results, but getting your first comment on social media, getting your first DM, getting your first customer. Maybe you recently had a reel that had over 500 or 1,000 views. Maybe you have your first 1,000 TikTok followers. Maybe it is something else. Maybe it's your first 500 YouTube subscribers. I don't know what that is for you, but those are big milestones and you should be able to celebrate those. And you can say, look, I started this business with nothing, with no followers, and look where I am now. That is inspiring. That also helps you with recruitment if you're in network marketing. But that is inspiring. So these are results that you can show, and people are going to be excited to see those results. They're going to cheer you on, and they're going to think, oh my gosh, if she can do that, I might be able to too. You're going to give them belief. Again, this is all without talking about money. So great. The other way to share results is testimonials from happy customers. Now, we could do a whole other episode about testimonials, but testimonials and DMs, things like that from happy customers are fantastic. That shows that you have a successful business because you are serving others. You could also talk about things like if you win a team award, maybe you got highlighted on a team call, maybe you won a free product, maybe you got recognized as, a great teammate or something like that. Those are also things you can share. And again, these are just great ways to share your business if you don't have big results yet. Because if you think that the only way that you can impact other people is by showing them that you're some big 6-7 figure earner baller, you're probably focused on the wrong things in your business. I promise you. So go out there, use this list that we talked about, use this as inspiration to go serve other people. And the way you can do that is tell your story. I talk about that almost every single episode on this podcast. Tell your story about why you joined, what you're working towards, what your goals are, how you've gotten there, where you are on the journey, and then talk about those things that are either lifestyle, I paid for my gas today, etc., or, I have a group of friends that I never thought that I'd have, which has changed my life. And tell those stories. Celebrate the small wins just like you would the big wins. Trust me, other people who are thinking about joining your business, they don't care about your rank anyway. They don't understand it. They don't know what it means. They don't know that you hit purple, diamond princess. That means nothing to them. So talk about how the things that you are achieving has impacted your life. And if you do that through story, oh my God, your marketing will be on fire. Okay, I hope that this helped. Final 2 thoughts. Number 1, what are some wins that you can share today? Get on your social media and start sharing about some smaller wins or some things that you may not have thought about as wins in the past. Just do it. Open up Instagram stories. Film something, post it as a reel, post it as a story. I don't care what it is, but do it and do it right now. Next thing you need to do is get on my email list. Shameless plug. If you go to the show notes, you'll see this link. But if you go to sorayagoddard.com/captions, CAPTIONS, you can grab my 16 fill-in-the-blank social media prompts that can be used on any single platform for any single business, and you can use them over and over and over and over again. That download will give you probably, 2 months worth of really good stuff that you can use over and over and over again. You can use it for Instagram captions, TikTok prompts, Instagram prompts, blog prompts, podcast prompts. I don't care. You can use them over and over and over again and adapt them to really anything that you're doing. And I know that they help people because I've gotten a ton of feedback on them. So sorayagoddard.com/captions. What that also does is it puts you on my email list, and you will get notified anytime I have a new course or a new training or a new podcast and all that good stuff. And hopefully you'll love that too. Okay. I cannot wait to hear how this has changed your marketing. Share some wins today on social media. I will talk to you soon. Bye.